Hey up, you little buggers. Welcome to Paralytic Activities Podcast. You're a one-stop shop for all things weird and spooky and creepy and kooky. All done with an ale or two. Sit back and relax, you little buggers.
Neil, I'm going to have to get our good friend Seth to send us a kind of a new intro message.
Yeah.
Even though we're still going to delve into like the weird and the spooky and the kooky and all that bollocks, we're still going to do all that. But we need to get some movie stuff in there, don't we?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we need to do.
Like in the foyer now.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Yeah.
Let's all go to the lobby. That kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
I remember going to the pictures when I was a kid, John, with me and Mum and me. Papa, 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 papa.
Pearl necklace and Dean. Sounds like a night at the bottle.
I mean, I'll get that job.
I know, yeah. Now there's a few who'll probably get it, but we'll just keep it at that. Anyway, welcome to Paralytic Activities podcast, Neil. It's a first show of our new format.
Yeah.
Our new format is obviously movies, horror. We're going to obviously still delve into a bit of mythology, cryptids, monsters, well, anything, really. That's an head scratcher. I'm always going to go down the old head scratcher route, you know what I mean? And if anything, any spooky stories pop up in the meantime, or any new hauntings arise, maybe, just maybe, we'll delve into a bit of that as well. But none of this ghost hunting or ghost bothering anymore. None of that crap. But, yeah. So there you go, Neil. But it's going to be mainly movies. We're still going to have our usual sections, of course.
Yeah.
We're still going to have Seth Constantine, the Yorkshire exorcist, is still going to pop in. We're still going to have our MVG Crips, which is Most Valuable Ghost. Go and check it out. There's a book on Amazon, Neil. I don't know who it's by.
I don't know. Is it by Michael Van Gogh?
No, it's not, Neil, because this is Most Valuable Ghost.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Most Valuable Ghosts. Cryptids, not cryptids, crypts, and it's done by me. But you can get it on Amazon for about $5.50, I think it is.
Yeah,
it's only the next book's going to be a lot bigger.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be an hardback. I'm going to put my life and soul into it, Neil. I am.
Well,
yeah. This is just like a warm up, like a trailer.
If you need any help,
to the main event. Yeah, we're going to obviously go back into one we used to do about a year back. Which is Tales from the Bar Side. You know what I mean? So we're going to scour the world, scour the interweb for spooky stories, hauntings, stuff like that. Mainly centered around old pubs.
Yeah.
Tales from the Bar Side.
Yes.
Have some bloody that.
Tonight is Spook Night.
And Paranormal Ale, as per normal, because we invented that, Neil, and we ain't going to give that up, are we?
No,
you know what I mean?
We ain't. Tell you what, we've invented a lot of sayings, John.
We have, yeah.
You know.
And our very own Deadhead, our spirit guide, will pop in when he can be bothered now and again, just to give us a celebrity, a dead celebrity, what's passed beyond the veil from the other side. So there you bloody go. But Neil, I haven't told you yet, have I? But this is going to be another thing we're going to add to the podcast. We're going to have special guests rolling in.
Am we?
Yeah, depending on what movie we're going to be reviewing, we're going to have special guests.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
zipping up our boots. We're going back to our roots. Yeah.
So there you go. So with that in mind, Neil, get your garlic, get your crosses at the ready, because we are going to be talking Sinners.
Yeah.
And we're going to delve into a little bit from the 1996 classic, Dusk Till Dawn, because there is comparisons between the pair of them.
Yes.
But first, Neil, before we go any further, we are going to go and do a Paranormal Ale.
Right, John, you give me this. So it's better if you explain it, because I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking beers. I'm not
drinking, Neil.
Yeah, I know. But this is Impossible Brew, right?
Yeah.
And is it a new film that's coming out? Being like you've we're going to have film Now we're going to have film Criterion.
No, it's not done by Tom Cruise or nothing.
No, I'm going to Tom Booze, John.
Tom Booze, yeah.
Tom Booze.
Tom Booze and Mission Impossible Brew.
Yeah. It's Impossible Brew.
Yeah.
And it's...
Jam the can, Neil.
I've never... If anybody's ever seen this before, there you go. Yeah.
What's the theme tune, Neil? For the
Does
it do that when you open it up?
Yeah. I'm a squirrel now coming out of it. Yeah, it's 0.5%. It's only 17 calories.
Happy
Which is
days.
Unbelievable.
Get rid of that beer belly,
And
people.
John, I can't see, but what it is infused with? What's it blended with?
Well, you're a blender, don't forget.
No, Brian, I can't see the can.
No. So it's basically it's called a social blend, and it's blended with the botanicals. Basically, what that means, there's something going on in that can to make sure. Basically, what it does, you have a can. After about 15 to 20 minutes, you start to relax, Neil. Relax. Take a deep bath.
John, you know I'm having trouble eating.
Yeah.
You know I've had a gastric sleeve.
Yeah.
And my stomach is not the best, so I don't relax too much and cat me ponders on the podcast. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, you haven't tasted it yourself. You fuck me, Neil. Who's going to share this one? Yeah, but no, there's none left. There you go. Have some more. Yeah, so Impossible Brews. It's a 0.5 alcohol, but there is a relaxant in them. So it makes you nice and relaxed. It's called the Social Blend. It was on Dragon's Den, Neil, and they all bought into it. So that's why it's getting quite big. I have one at night. From a Wednesday, I have one at night, and I just chill out. I relax with a movie or with a TV show, and I just chill. After a bit, just relax.
I don't have much taste to it, John. I'll be honest with you.
Well, there ain't because it's 0.5% there.
It's just like I don't know. It's just like celery water.
Well, do you know what? When I first had one, Neil, I was exactly the same. It was like a lager watered down.
Yeah.
But as you have a couple, you kind of get used to the taste.
Yeah. I could drink it, no problem.
Yeah, it is. It's a relaxant. It relaxes you, so it still gives you that kind of little boozy feeling, but with no hangover. And you can drive on it, and you can do this. But like I say, I would never drink it out. It's only for the time being. I'm giving it a whirl. While I've done dry January, I'm going to see how long I can carry on. Tell you what, I can't murder a fucking Fruity though, Neil. I ain't going to lie.
Tell you what, John.
Or a delirium red.
I have been funny, but fucking... I've done dry January wrong. I'm glad it's fucking over, John.
Why?
I had a bath for a month.
I said that last February.
No, I'll piss off.
So yeah, Neil, let's get into the mood. Oh, we've got to rate the fucking thing first.
Yeah.
We're going to rate it on the older ale scale, but it's not really ale. So I'm just going to give it...
non-ale scale.
See, I've been drinking it now for about a month. So I will give it, and you're going to be blown away by this, Neil, out of 5. For the aspect that it does make you relaxed, you get better sleep, and you have a nice little tipple while you're watching something. Instead of having a squash or a bastard cup of tea or something like that. I'm going to give it a good solid 4 out of 5 now.
4 out of 5?
Just for the fact that it just makes you quite relaxed.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I ain't got that feeling yet.
It will have.
As for the weakness, I will give that a 3.5 out of 5.
I'll tell you what, at the end of this podcast, Neil, if you do start feeling a little bit of effect, right, re-rate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, let's move on to the kind of main event. Do you like that, Neil? I thought we don't edit nothing on our podcast. What you see is what you get on YouTube and on our podcast platforms and stuff like that. We ain't got time for that. Plus, I wouldn't have a clue how to do it.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing there is not an edit. We're doing it live as we speak.
Yes.
People.
Never edited nothing, mate.
Never edited fuck all.
Nothing.
So, Neil, we're going to go straight into Sinners. We was going to have a special guest, Neil. We was going to have a special guest coming out, but he's busy at this moment in time.
He don't come out in the light, does he?
Oh, this is it. He's asleep and he's crypt. That's what it is. But before we get into Sinners, Neil, we have got a message. He's just messaged me now. He's actually on the phone as we're speaking. I've just wired him through, Neil. I've just wired him through to the podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we got this fella here.
Hey up, yo, you little buggers over it.
Over at Paralytic Activities. So yeah, now we got a little bit of a Seth rant on Sinners, Neil.
Right.
Before we get started in our little review, we got this.
Oh, here we
Is this
go.
bloody thing on? Right. Sit down, shut up. You've been nattering on about this Sinners film like it's a second coming. And frankly, I've heard more sensible things coming out of a broken radio. I sat through it. 2 hours of Michael B. Jordan looking moody in Mississippi. 2 hours of Southern Gothic fog and blokes in waistcoats acting like they've invented the concept of evil. And for what? Vampires. Again. I've seen more life in a bowl of cold porridge. They're all terrified of this Remick fella. Oh, he's coming for your soul. Please. If that lad showed up in Dewsbury on a Friday night, he'd be mugged for his cape within 10 minutes and left shivering in a bus shelter. People forget, you see, I've been doing this since before Ryan Coogler was in short trousers. Being an exorcist from Yorkshire isn't about dramatic lighting and slow motion. It's about damp church halls. Stubborn spirits who won't leave because they're waiting for the post and dealing with bloodsuckers who think they're special. They think the Delta's haunted. Bloody hell. Try exercising a poltergeist from a semi-detached in Rotherham while the neighbours are having a barbecue and Sweet Caroline is blasting through walls. That's the real test of faith. This film talks about a greater evil in the dark. I've faced the greater evil. It's called the 2026 council tax hike and the price of a decent craft ale. Bloody hell. In this film, they're using hoodoo and ancient rituals. I once cleared a demonic infestation in a chippy using nothing but a bottle of holy water I kept in an old Lucasade bottle and a very stern look. The demon took one look at my face and decided hell was a warmer, friendlier option. I've met these creatures of the night. Back in 94, I found a vampire trying to nest in the eaves of the old textile mill. He tried that I am eternal speech. I told him, you might be eternal, mate, but you're trespassing, and the dampening will do your lungs no favours, you daft pit. And I poked him with my walking stick until he turned into a moth and fluffered off towards a street lamp. Vampires don't scare me. They're just posh mosquitoes with an ego problem. You want to see sinners? Go look at the state of the roadworks on the M62. That's where the true darkness lies. John, Neil, sort yourselves out with you daft apits and stop bothering me with this tripe. Ryan Coogler, you little bugger.
I don't think you like the film, Neil, to be honest. No. But then again, Seth is an acquired taste. You know, he likes the old gothic ones, you know, with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, and they've got the black and white ones, the really old gothic Hammer House horror vampire films. So I don't think he likes the kind of the new kind of 2025 vibe, even though it's set in 1930s, which Sinners was.
Oh yeah. Do you know there's an app now, John, for vampire girls who can strut the stuff? You know,
vampire girls.
Yeah, you know, they go online and strut the stuff, and people pay for it and stuff like that.
Tell me more.
It's called OnlyFans.
Get your teeth into this.
Okay, man.
Yeah, I'll check that. Write that down now.
I'll write it down, John. Yeah. I've got another question for you about vampires as well.
Okay.
How do you spot a vegan vampire?
Around the vegan aisle at Tesco's.
No. Turns into a fruit bat.
On that bombshell, people. So Sinners, Neil. Sinners.
Yeah.
It's a 2025 American horror film produced, written, and directed by Ryan Coogler. It's set in 1932 in the Mississippi Delta. The film stars Michael B. Jordan in dual roles, Neil. I was watching the film, and I was confused. I don't know who was who.
Yeah.
Which one's smoke and which one's stack? Which one's stack and which one's smoke? I couldn't work it out, and then it hit me. They're just twins, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I sat there thinking, I'm confused. Who's who here? But then obviously I came to normality returned, and I worked it out. So there you go. So he plays dual roles as criminal twin brothers who return to their hometown in the Jim Crow South, where they're confronted by a supernatural evil in the form of Remick the Vampire, Neil. So there you bloody go. That's what it is. But the plot itself is about Smoke and Stack. Elijah Smoke and Elias Stack. They returned to Clarksville, Mississippi, after spending 7 years in Chicago using money stolen from crime syndicates. They purchased a sawmill from this land owner called Hogwood. I'm sure he was in Smoke and the Bandit. Him, Hogwood, was that his name, Neil?
The copper.
Yeah. What was his name? Remember?
Who chews the tobacco?
Yeah.
I can't even do an impression, John.
It was Boss Hog, wasn't it? It was called Boss Hog. So yeah, they buy this sawmill and they want to start a juke joint, Neil, for the black community. Now they bring aboard their younger cousin Sammy, who's a dab hand at the old guitar, Neil, and he's got a voice sent from heaven. From heaven, cracking voice.
Sure has.
On the way, they pick up a couple of new recruits in a Delta Slim, who's been around the circuit, Neil. He's been around the circuit with his older harmonica and his piano playing. They also get some local Chinese shopkeepers, and then get someone who's out there picking cotton, old cornbread.
Cornbread.
So there you go, Neil. That is kind of the plot of Sinners.
Yeah.
Until a person called Remick shows up. What's going on here? What is going on here, Neil?
I just couldn't work it out.
I know you couldn't work it out, Neil. So, yeah. So, the film itself, right, I was thinking about it the other day. On first watch, I really enjoyed it, Neil.
Yeah.
Even though it was very slow-paced, it certainly kept you really invested, don't you think?
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan, see that B is kicking in already. Michael B. Jordan is fantastic as the two twins.
What do you mean?
Well, he plays both parts.
Never.
I've just told you this, Neil.
I don't even know.
We've just been talking about it. Are you winding me up?
No, John.
So you don't know he plays Smoke and Stack?
No.
They're identical, Neil.
Well, I thought there was identical twins, John. I've never seen him before.
Michael B. Jordan was in Creed.
I've never watched Creed, John.
Have you not?
Boris.
He's Apollo's son, isn't he? In the Rocky franchise, the Rocky universe.
I've never watched Creed, John.
Have you not? So anyway, he plays both parts.
Yeah.
Done fantastically. I mean, he even has a fag of his own self and stuff like that. He talks to him like me and you are now.
Yeah.
And it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Really well acted. Really well laid out. Kudos to you, Kugler. You've done a cracking job with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very slow paced, but the characters keep you invested. And then obviously then Cornbread comes on board. You got little Sammy with his guitar, and then you got Delta Slim, and they got going off to this juke joint. Neil, juke joint. Do you know what a juke joint is?
Is it like a first place blues place?
Yeah, it's like a place for back in them days in the 1930s Mississippi for their community to go and have a jolly good time. Basically, have a good old shindig or a hoedown, you know, with some music, some liquor, some corn liquor, and
cornbread.
some cornbread. Well, you know, they have deep fried fish, didn't they, in the film? And have a good time, sing, dance, and shag, really. That's what they did.
No, can't get better than that, John.
It sounds like a good night. You don't get that down the leather and bottle.
No,
I can tell you that. So yeah, Neil. So Neil, where's the word jukebox come from?
Juke. It's got to be from the Duke. The name of the place, the Duke, eh? Is that where it comes from?
Well, the word jukebox stems from, you know, juke joints, which was in the film.
Yeah.
African American establishments in the southern US where people would dance wildly with juke. which is the Gula word for Jug, meaning rowdy or disorderly.
Oh,
So
I never knew that.
Mhm. So obviously, Smoke and Stack, they go their separate ways. I don't know which one it is, but one of them goes and gets the crew. It's a bit like Avengers Assemble, you know what I mean? But instead of getting superheroes, they get musicians. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other one goes to see his ex-missus, you know, the lady in the cabin, the shanty.
Yeah.
And she's like into all this voodooism, and she like casts spells and stuff with medicines and potions. And he even wears a mojo bag. And I don't mean the little sweets from the 80s. I'm not about like we like herbs and that to protect him, because they was in the war, Neil, and then they went to be gangsters. So that's why they're still alive, because she says, I protected you with your mojo bag, what's around your bloody neck. So what do you think about all this superstitious stuff and voodoo and all that? How do you kind of what's your take on all that?
I don't know, John. I've never really believed it. I'll be totally honest with you. You know what I mean? Ever since I've seen Pet Detective 2.
Well, I stopped believing it when I saw Papa Shango.
Yeah, Papa Shango.
Papa Shango in the WWE.
Yeah, and he walked in with his cauldron, and then all of a sudden the chap fell on the floor, and they carried him out on a stretcher.
That was the Ultimate Warrior.
It was,
That was the Ultimate Warrior. Cast a spell on him. But you
Yeah.
never know, Neil.
You never know. You know, I wouldn't like, a woman round their eyes at me, you know what I mean?
Neil, plenty of women roll their eyes.
Not no more, Johnny boy.
Yeah, but I like all the older voodoo stuff. Here's a film that you need to watch, Neil. It's called The Serpent and the Rainbow. It's all about voodooism, and it's very, very good. Check that out. Put it on your list.
Yeah.
So anyway, so they get little Sammy, right? He's cracking on the old guitar, and he's got a voice from heaven. Now, his dad is a pastor, or as we will know, a vicar or a priest or something like that. And he says, you keep playing them blues, boy, and you're going to summon the devil. Evil is going to follow you. And that's exactly what happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So as he's doing this little song, which I think is a great scene in the film,
oh God,
when he's playing that song and old Delta Slim is on the old piano,
yeah.
right? And then you see like it summons spirits from the past and the future. That little scene in the juke joint,
yeah,
where you see a rapper, you see someone doing breakdancing,
yeah.
You see like old priestesses and goddesses dancing with the tribal stuff. I thought that was cool.
It's like watching you go back in time. Eh?
Well, that's what it was. It was like, I think he filmed it as one take.
Yeah.
One take. If you watch it, I don't reckon there was any cuts. It was just one take all around the juke joint, seeing all these different entities from different time zones. I thought that's pretty cool. That was a nice little touch. I really did like that.
To be honest with you, I think a lot of the scenes are pretty cool, man.
Yeah. Like I say, it's a very slow burner, isn't he?
John, I was that I was that slow. That slow. We're turning it off to start with.
Jesus Christ.
John, it was like, what the... But honestly, then I really got into it. They'll let me put you off it, trust me.
But that's the good thing about it, Neil, because it did keep you invested.
Yeah.
But you're waiting for Remick, the vampire, to show up. And when he does, the film takes a turn, doesn't it?
But the trouble is, John, you'd already told me there's vampires in it. If I watched it from scratch and I knew that vampires weren't in it, I wouldn't be on the edge going, where the fuck are these vampires? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. That's a fair point. But obviously Remick does show up. But this is one thing I didn't like about the film, is the fact that he goes to the house. It's burning because it's in the day, right? You can see the smoke on off and his skin's burning. But the people who he goes to the house to say, can you let me in? Someone's trying to kill me. Surely they would have thought, well, what the pissing hell's going on here? He's smoking. He's smoking. You know what I mean? And his skin's burning. Do we really want to let this bloke in? But they do, even though they are part of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then the one thing what let me down here is that the Red Indians, not the Red Indians, the Indians turn up in the trucks because they're hunting him, because they're saying he's evil, he's the devil. But that's the only bit you see of them.
Yeah,
that is it, which I thought was missing from the film. Don't just show up for a second and then piss off. Do you know what I mean? Don't just do that. And I think it just took the edge off a little bit. Then you go back to the party's in full swing now, ain't it?
Oh yeah,
the party's in full swing.
A lot skewing, John. Even Cool Hand with the guitars,
Cool
getting
Hand
his
Luke.
end away.
And well, this is the thing, Neil. This is a bit of the film I think didn't need to happen. And I'll tell you why. One, when Stack goes to see his missus, yeah, the big lady in the shanty town in the cabin. That little sex scene there did not need to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to see it, to be fair. Didn't need to happen. And then there's another sex scene with little Sammy. That didn't need to happen either. There's no point. Why just put sex scenes in it for the sake of it? But there is another sex scene, Neil, with Mary.
Yeah.
I don't mind that one.
Yeah.
Even though she's hot. That was pivotal to the story.
It was, yeah.
Because she was now a vampire and she's going to kill and bite either Smoke or Stack. So that needed to be in there. The other two didn't. And some movies just put that in just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Did not need to be in there. So Neil Remick shows up with the two people he's just killed in the two clans.
Yeah.
The two clanmen or the clan women. And then he started singing a song. What did you think was going on when he started singing outside with his banjo?
I thought it was brilliant, John.
I loved it.
Absolutely brilliant.
I loved it, Neil.
I loved it, man. He just like the country,
the
I loved
country
it.
feel.
I loved it.
Pick
Such a good
Robin
scene.
Clean.
Yeah.
Pick poor Robin clean. I picked his hat. I picked his feet. I picked something else. His nose, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's why we needed Jack on today because he knows the song. But yeah, I love that bit, Neil.
Yeah.
But it was all to do with they wanted to get into there because it was a free lunch, Neil.
Oh, of course,
that's what it was. He was building his own clan.
He was.
He's building his own tribe. He'd already got two on board. He wanted all them lot to join him as well.
So if that's all right, and so if that was you on the door, like cornbread,
hey balls, hey balls, got any cornbread? Yeah.
And then three turned up, and they're there singing.
I'd let him in.
And me,
I'd let him in.
Get him on the stage, boys.
At the end of the day, because obviously they had back in like Mississippi and Louisiana and places like that in the 1930s. There was the Ku Klux Klan. There was racial divide. And I think the film actually kind of goes into that without it actually going into it, if you know what I mean. You know it's around, but they don't exactly pinpoint it as like, blacks can't do this and whites can do that. And it's all segregated. We know it's there, but they don't really go into it. So when three white people turn up at the Duke, they're not letting them in because of that, because they think that they are part of the clan, the Ku Klux Klan. So that's why they didn't let them in. But then you got old voodoo woman. She said there's something not right about him. And she's damn right there's something not right about him. So, yeah. But like I say, Sinners has got so many racial undertones. But that's what I mean. It's undertones. It doesn't exactly go, we are racial like you would in Django Unchained and films like that. Which I thought was nice. It was kind of done quite clean.
Yeah.
But another reason why do you think Remick, Neil, was Irish?
You know what, John? I don't really know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Well, maybe it's just like a coincidence, but the blacks in the 30s in Mississippi and places like that, that was very discriminated. So was in England and Great Britain. The Irish was also very discriminated. There was actually signs in boarding houses in London what's saying no Irish, no blacks, and no dogs.
Really?
Yeah. And it was a phrase famously used on London boarding houses during the 1950s and 1960s to exclude immigrants from housing. So maybe, just maybe, that is why Remick was Irish. Unless you just thought there's some potatoes in there or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, I can't do it. Can you do an Irish accent there?
No.
Me neither.
Simple as that, John. I can't. I mean, like,
there you
you say, like, there's no Irish and no dogs.
Yeah.
So is that what the song the Pogues did about the Irish Rover?
Could be. I don't know. I'll have to look it. Write that down. I'll have to look into that. So, Neil. So anyway, the film itself. We know that there's vampires in it now. They are going to attack. So, in the words of Claudia Winkelman, Neil, the floor is yours. Give me your little review, your intake, and what you thought of Sinners.
Right. When I first started watching it, John, I would just say it was a very slow burner. Very slow. But you know what I'm like, John, when I buy myself fidgeting, you know. There was
With a pillar around your head.
There was just like the story was developing, and I was like, I wanted it to kick in and get going. But I'll be honest with you, when it started, when they become gangsters and they shoot, was it Cornbread? Not the corn that shot that chap trying to break into the back of his van.
They just shot some random.
Yeah, I thought no, and then it started to pick up.
Yeah,
and then after that, I was glued because I love all like the well, I'll call it the blues part. It was brilliant. The scenes are fantastic in there.
Oh, the music was cool in the gang.
All the music, but like the big twist of it, man, when them three turned up, I'll tell you something there, right? I thought the characters were absolutely superb, John.
Yeah,
it's one of the best, especially the main character. The way he was and he come across, it was very freaky. Know what I mean?
Without being freaky, Neil.
Without being freaky.
You could sense it.
Yeah.
And you pulled it off really
well.
But
it was funny. It was like, I couldn't stop. I was smiling at it, the way they were singing, and it was brilliant.
Keep poor Robin clean.
It was brilliant.
Keep poor Robin clean. Yeah.
You know, and after that, when the movie finished, especially at the end, when like obviously his missus he killed his own missus, don't he? He don't turn to a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when he's sitting there rolling his fag at the very end. And then she was there with a baby. Obviously, when he gave her a a baby, yeah. when he gave her a good scene to, in you know what I mean, in the back of the thing. I thought it was really cool, and I thought the film was probably one of the newest best films I've ever seen. You know what I mean? It is, John.
You're so easily pleased now.
Yeah, but it is, especially when you're like Beetlejuice 2 and shit like that.
Yeah,
there's
been some crap films. Yeah,
I thought it was obviously it was a bit of a rip off for Dusk Till Dawn for me. I'll be honest with you.
We'll get onto that in a minute, and we'll get onto that in a minute.
But apart from that, it was different as well. Throwing them Irish in,
yeah,
you know, and having all that black
potato,
yeah, and all that, all the black music and all that. And
yeah,
I thought it really worked well.
Yeah. So Michael B. Jordan played obviously Smoke and Stack, the Smokestack twins. Yeah, who was better? Michael B. Jordan as them two, or Tom Hardy as the Craze, in your opinion?
Oh, God. Well, David Jason in Miami Twice.
Yeah. Let's just stick to Tom Hardy for now.
Okay. I think Tom Hardy, John.
Yeah.
I do.
It's a close one. It's a very close one, Neil.
But it's got to be hard playing two characters as twins, you know what I mean?
But I think Tom Hardy, the film was called Legend. It was about the Cray twins, and I think there was a lot more going on in that film between the twins than there was with Smoke and Stack. It was quite separated for a lot of the film. Neil, but the music as well, like it was cool and great. It was all blues. It was all original songs as well, Neil, by Miles Caton, Dawn.follow, and Wang. One of them was called, Neil, Wang Dang Doodle.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look this up, Neil. But one of the songs was called Wang Dang Doodle.
I don't
know which one it was.
It's like somebody's pet name for the dick, eh?
But Cornbread, Sammy, Mary, and Delta Slim, there was very good supporting characters, Neil.
Yeah.
And then Jack O'Connor, who plays Remick the vampire, was absolutely. I loved him as Remick. I did. But if you saw a film called Eden Lake, you won't like him in that. I can guarantee you. So check that one out as well. So Neil, the singing, pick poor Robin clean. Now, one of the best, probably the best part of the whole film, is when all the vampires, all them who've left the Duke joint, are now all part of Remick's clan. Sorry about spoilers, people.
Yeah.
But they're all part of Remick's clan. And then Michael B. Jordan, the two Stack twins. The one Stack twins, the ones. Again, another spoiler. They go outside and they can hear singing Neil in the distance, and they can see a gang just dancing in the moonlight of Mississippi. It looks fantastic. And then they start singing The Rocky Road to Dublin. For me, I watched Jack showed me this little clip on YouTube, and I thought, what the fucking hell is this? It's supposed to be a vampire film. But then when I watched it as it was playing, when I was watching the film, I thought it was absolutely incredible. That scene was incredible. I loved it. The singing, the dancing, vampires in the moonlight. I thought, this is fucking... Never saw this before.
I tell you what, though, John. I think it's one notch down from the Thriller video. Because it is the same type of thing, eh? But with Irish music.
I wouldn't go that far,
yeah, but
I know what you mean.
It's got to be related to that, John. The way but honestly, I love that bit. I think it was like, it's just a classic moment in a film for me. I thought it was brilliant.
I thought it was brilliant, Neil. I really did.
And the song was really catchy as well. I can't remember.
I can't remember how it goes. That's why Jack was going to come on.
Yeah, Jack.
He's busy. Bloody one stroke.
Yeah, he goes.
Seth Constantine's gonna have a word in your bloody ear, son. I could tell you that.
Punch up the choppers.
Punch up bloody chopper. So anyway, Neil, we've delved into Sinners. Sorry about any spoilers, people, but go and check it out.
Yes.
It has been nominated, Neil, for 16 Oscars.
Yeah. 16
pissing Oscars. Couple Best Picture and Best Director. Not many films. I think he's broke the record now for the amount of nominated. That beats Titanic, beats The Godfather, beats all these
sinking.
Beats all these classic films, Neil. Is it worthy of that title? I ain't too sure. Is it overrated when it comes to them? Probably.
A lot of people will say it is.
Probably. But it's still a good film nonetheless. Neil, give us a flick the screen rating out of 10.
Well, it's been our first one, John.
Mm-hmm.
I will give that a solid 8. I will.
A solid 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. I will give it 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm giving it that, 1, it's a very slow burner, but keeps you invested. 2, there's some scenes that didn't need to be in it, as far as I'm concerned. The 2 sex scenes I was on about, that was just put in there for shits and giggles and whatever. They didn't need to be in there at all. Remick wasn't in it enough.
Yeah.
I don't think it was gory enough. And like I said, when the Indians were chasing him, that was like, needed more of that. They needed to come in at the end, maybe to actually help him. Do you know what I mean? They just pissed off and went home. Had some rabbit stew and some taters. That's probably why they were chasing him. Remick stole the potatoes. Do you know what I mean? Bloody Irish get. Great character though.
Brilliant.
So Neil, a lot of people have been saying, right, the comparison with Sinners 2025 and Dusk Till Dawn from 1996. What do you think about of that?
I can see, John. I can see why, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I love Dusk Till Dawn, John.
I love Dusk Till Dawn.
I remember first watching it with you. I watched it with you around my mum's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it.
Fantastic.
I was cacking my pants, I don't know why.
So, Neil, let's get into the comparisons with Sinners and Dusk Till Dawn. Now, Sinners 2025 and Dusk Till Dawn 1996. They are compared to have their kind of a similar premise of characters trapped in a bar, Dusk Till Dawn, or trapped in the Duke in Sinners. Vampires attack them after dark, and both featuring what's that word, Neil? There.
Genre.
That's it. Genre shifts and exploitation of faith. Obviously, little Sammy is with a church, and his dad's a pastor. Well, in Dusk Till Dawn, Harvey Keitel also plays a priest.
Yeah.
Even though he lost his faith, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, Sinners is seen as a very deeper, culturally-rich commentary on Black experience and oppression, while Dusk Till Dawn is a fun, campy homage to B-movies with different tones and deeper themes. So, Neil, give me your comparisons.
Well, obviously, them are locked in a Duke, as you call it. They obviously got past the border in Mexico, and the FBI are after them, and everybody else is after them, and they get through to Mexico, and then they go into this bar to celebrate because they've got the freedom, and all of a sudden, you got a Salma Hayek, hot bitch,
Lord have mercy,
dancing on the stage, and then she turns into a vampire when somebody cuts his arm or something, and then all of a sudden the whole lock goes up, and it's pretty similar. You know what I mean? But they've got different characters there. You got that, that motherfucker that broke my nose. You got him in there, and then you got the one with the. Welcome to the if you fight for anywhere else, fuck it.
Do you know that? Do you know who that is?
No.
Do you remember back in the 80s, Cheech and Chong?
Yeah.
Up in Smoke and them kind of things.
Yeah.
Well, that's Cheech.
Is he?
It's Cheech, that is.
Oh.
And he also plays 3 characters in Dusk Till Dawn. He plays the copper who goes on.
Yeah, he does.
He goes on to
onto the
the
RV.
The RV, yeah, which stands for
some vehicle.
Recreational
vehicle.
That's the one. Recreational vehicle. So he plays him. He plays him at the door.
Yeah,
and he also plays Carlos at the end.
Really?
Yeah. So when Carlos knocked on the door.
Yeah.
And he goes, so what was going on in there, Seth? He goes, was they lunatics? Was they maniacs? He goes, I don't give a fuck how maniac or crazy you are. They don't go up in flames when the sun hits them. Don't care how crazy you are.
But yeah, Dusk Till Dawn. It notches it for me, John.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
classic.
The comparisons now, they both centre around characters trapped in a confined space, the juke joint and the T-twister. The vampires both feature vampires attacking at night, forcing characters to fight for survival. They both got some faith in, like I said before, but there's 2 characters, the 2 brothers, Gecko, Seth and Richard. Then you got Smoke and Stack. Both gangsters. They're thieves. They're gangsters. So the similarities are definitely there. The first half of the film, in both films, it's about the gangsters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or about the thieves. And then halfway through the film, that's when the shift changes to the vampires kicking off. It's like watching 2 separate films, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is.
It's like watching 2 separate films. But it's like I was saying the other day, the first half of Dusk Till Dawn, I think, is better than the first half of Sinners.
Yeah.
But the second half of Sinners is better than the second half of Dusk Till Dawn.
I think it's a fair comparison with both endings, are there?
Yeah.
I like the ending to Dusk Till Dawn. I love the ending to Sinners, so I ain't gonna compare them.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, you know what I mean? Because I think Quentin Tarantino in Dusk Till Dawn, he's a right dirty bastard.
He's a fucking pervert.
He's a fucking pervert.
He's an absolute pervert. And like I said, in Sinners, the sex scenes were pointless, apart from the Mary one, because that actually went with the plot. Because obviously, Smoke or Stackton, which one it was, got bit because there was a getting it on, baby. But in Dusk Till Dawn, Richie, Tarantino's character, was a pervert.
He was.
Did not need them scenes in there.
Yeah.
At all. What was he thinking?
I don't know.
Because it made him out to look like a pervert in real life.
Yeah.
I'd be one on Epstein Island. I'm telling you. But with the dance scene in Sinners, the Rocky Road to Dublin, the iconic scene, that's going to be called now.
Cheers.
Well, is it going to be more iconic than the Salma Hayek dance?
Yeah.
Is it going to be better than that?
John.
Not for a sexy.
Put it this way, John. If it was Nora Batty doing the dance, right?
It wouldn't be iconic, would it?
Well, that's just only because she's a sexy motherfucker, you know what I mean?
That's what makes it iconic, Neil.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But she's got a live big yellow snake wrapped around her legs, around her thighs. You know what I mean?
So, as I say, look, he's only because of Simon Hayek. So the other one with the dancing and the Irish singing, a bit like the Thriller videos on about, right? I think that I would want to watch that again. I'll do.
Yeah. Yeah, that little scene.
Yeah.
That is the best scene in the film for me.
It is.
It's definitely the best scene in the film. So, Neil, which is your favourite film? Sinners 2025 or Dusk Till Dawn? If you had to put it all together, which one would you say? Well, which one's got the better rating?
Dusk Till Dawn, John.
So what would you give Dusk Till Dawn out of 10?
I'll give it a good 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10 for Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah.
Fair play. Do you think the first half of Dusk Till Dawn is better than the first half of Sinners?
Yeah.
Me too. And I think the second half of Dusk Till Dawn is better than the second half.
I think that's on a par.
It's not as good as the second half of Sinners.
I think it's on a par, and that's why I'll give it an extra an extra number.
Yeah, and the both films are totally embedded in music. It's all music, the blues, and
Brilliant.
then you got like the Mexican kind of style music in Dusk Till Dawn. Absolutely fantastic. But at the end of Sinners, you got the two who come back as vampires. Watch it after the credits, because there is something after the credits. You need to stay and watch. Did you even watch that, Neil?
No.
Did you not? So there you go. When the credits roll, Neil, he goes to modern day times, and little Sammy with the scars across his face, he's playing the guitar.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I watched it when he's old.
In the blues bar.
Yeah. BB King.
But then, did you see Mary and Smoke or Stack come in to the bar?
I don't know. I'll have to watch it again, John.
You probably do.
I'll have to watch it again.
So they survived. They are still vampires.
Yeah.
How many years later? 60 years later.
Yeah.
They're still vampires. Which, again, at the end of Dusk Till Dawn, Seth Gecko and Kate survive. So is that a comparison as well? I don't know. Am I clutching at straws? I don't know. But I would give Dusk Till Dawn an 8 out of 10.
Yep.
All because I love Tarantino.
Yep.
But I think personally, George Clooney as Seth Gecko is better than Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
As a Smoke and Stack. I think it's iconic. His character is absolutely cool as fuck.
It is.
Cool as fuck. Now, if I had my way right now and I was rewriting Dusk Till Dawn, and I could go back to 1996 in my little time machine, I would say, Tarantino, just stick me on the camera, you ain't in the bastard film.
Yeah.
And I would have George Clooney playing the two characters of Seth and Richie Gecko, the twins.
Wow.
How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Because Seth Gecko was I've always wanted that tattoo as well, up his neck.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
One cool motherfucker, man.
So there you go, Neil.
Yeah.
There you go. That's our first one done.
Well, you know something, John?
Yeah.
I'm sure my driving instructor was a vampire, you know.
What was that?
Because I failed my test on signal manoeuvre. He wouldn't let me look in the mirror.
Well, you wouldn't have seen him anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I've got to go in a minute, John. I've got to well,
go on.
I'm going to wax my car.
Oh, what?
I don't really get so airy. I'll be honest with you.
I thought there was another vampire joke.
No.
Anyway, I've got to go. I've left my coat in the cloakroom. So, on that bombshell there, people, that was our first one. Obviously, we will get better and better and better as the days go. We're still thinking about bloody ghosts and paranormal hauntings at the minute.
Wow.
You know, it's hard to transition from one kind of style of podcasting to another. So, you know, stick with us, people. It's only going to get better, I can guarantee you.
I've done it so long.
And remember, we don't edit nothing. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And it's only our opinion when it comes to movies. Everyone's got their own opinion, you know. So it's only our opinion. Whether you like it or not, that's fine. Leave some comments, please. Like and share the podcast. And tell your friends, tell your enemies, and all that good stuff.
Yes.
And hopefully next time we'll have a catchphrase to finish.
Yeah.
To finish. But on that bombshell, people, we will see you either next week or the week after.
Got one thing, John. Burrikies, rah, rah, rah.
Can you explain why you said that? Well, I'm just going to put on our new outro music.